And good afternoon, folks. Warp103 bringing you guys another one. This time here we're doing the Object 283. Yeah, we're going to talk about this when this was coming up for the next Warp103 event, so sit back.
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly firestorm on you.
And thank you for viewing this video. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the icon above. Okay. And then, of course, hit the bell icon to get notifications when the next video drops. So here we go.
Ops last year and everything. I'm gonna tell you straight before you look through the rest of the videos for that. It ain't worth it. Straight up and down, it ain't worth it. Now, this is coming up for the new Warp103 event and everything else. So this way there, you might get it inside of one of the as a thing from out of the boxes. So this way there, you'll know what you're in for when you get it. Okay. Now I compared it to what I call my minimum standard of good, which is the guard, and then two other tier 9 Russian tanks. This one here is the 430 version 2, and this one here that you can't see above is actually the 430. So that way there, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, just strictly off the firepower alone, it barely is above the guard. Yes, it has better DPM, but again, the guard slaps harder and you can't use your DPM effectively all the time. So basically, it's still not even quite catching up the guard. It's got very little more penetration in the guard, and that just ain't enough. Versus the tier 9s, the other tier 9s are laughing at it. So again, firepower alone, just no. Okay, we're just gonna move on from there. All right. Then when you come to gun handling, it's just not worth it. This thing can't shoot. I faced it before and everything else of that. It's one of the things, it gives a bunch of armor at the expense of the gun. Oh, but Warp is like that. It has the moving and yeah, but then you have to move the gun, and then from there you see it just. Now again, it's a little bit better than the 430, but that's completely different tank and everything else. Again, versus the other two, the guard and the 430 version 2, it just doesn't match up. I mean, just straight up and down, it don't match up. So gun wise, yeah, it's already lagging. Okay, on to the mobility. All of them go 50. The problem is, it's like that, they don't all go 50 evenly. Now, this has a bigger engine horsepower than all the rest of them, but it's also heavy as hell. So your power ratio, weight ratio is just a bit better than the rest of them, but your terrain resistances is trash. That's why you see the effective of all the other ones, or medium and soft, is better. Because all the other ones is literally faster. So mobility wise, it's lacking. We just gonna put it straight up down. It's lacking mobility. Okay, let's keep on going from there. Now this is where it gets interesting. It does have armor, kind of. It's facing lower tiers, it got armor. Even if those lower tiers, and we talking about tier 7s using gold, ain't gonna pin it. But tier 8s using gold, the guard can pin it in a variety of places easily. Versus other tier 9s, again, if they're using gold, they pin the thing easily. And again, I'm going to show you that in just a minute. So it does have a decent amount of health compared to the tier 8, but it's just it's lacking or on par with the other tier 9s in this class. And fuel tanks, well, you already see this thing is going to go to blazes, because again, I've set this thing on fire so many times that it's ridiculous. So prepare to get okay. So yeah, again, your health is a little good, so that your turret armor is great, so that until someone loads gold, and then after that your turret armor is. So again, it's not matching up to the rest of the tanks here. Okay, let's go to miscellaneous. This is basically stationary camera, trash. After firing, trash. On the move, trash. Does kind of view range a bit, basically just on par with, and a little bit better than the guard. The same as the other one, but not the 400 of the 2. We don't care about the range. No one really cares about the range. And it says chance of fire is 10. Again, that's not just, it's just like you. It's basically, it's the transmission that goes on this thing that gets that. And then the cost per shell, yeah, you're gonna spend a little bit of money. And again, I'm not even talking about the gold. I'm just talking about on the whole regular. You're gonna spend a little bit of money. So it's on par with the object too. So again, overall, just looking at it on the face, and again, I faced this in battle and everything else like that. That's why you don't see this tank that much. There are some people that actually have it still, but even when it was a rental, no one even used it as a rental for that. All the ops came around. I wasn't impressed. Like, oh, I need to get this tank. I didn't care because I already seen the stats and that it wasn't that great. But it's a free gift horse and it's a good crew trainer. But let's talk about the armor, because that's what most people are going to say. Oh, but it's got armor, Warp. Okay, this is the armor. This is versus, as you can see right here. Need I say more? It's just gonna slap it directly in the face with gold every time, without a problem. It just gets slapped. So that same tier. All right, we're gonna drop down a tier to tier 8 again, because we was talking guard and everything else of that. We're gonna use the guard using gold, and you'll see that basically the guard still can pin it reliably. Again, we're gonna slap gold on it because that's what's gonna happen. Guard. Because again, even at maximum distance, we're gonna put it way back here. Guard at range is going to rain death and destruction, because the way the engine deck is. Again, since the engine deck is literally in front, the guard, any elevated position, even at a slight elevated position, will be able to hit it right underneath the gun every time and basically slap it and make it say, ugh. And of course, anyway, here, so that, oh, but what if you side scrape a little bit? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's going to work. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's going to work. Oh, yeah, that's really going to work. Yeah, so even versus a tier 8 using gold is going to slap it pretty damn hard. So my thoughts in the tank is like this. I'm not going to be mad if someone basically get a gift on her, because knowing my luck, I'm probably going to get this tank. That's just how it works, because I ain't got that luck like that. There's other better tanks that are going to be coming out in the selection, but if you get this one here, good luck to you, because you're going to feel powerful versus them tier 7s, but tier 8s are going to basically tag you in the face, and tier 10s, I use no gold to punch you in your face and be like, yeah, you just eat this one, and your mobility ain't getting you out of dodge fast enough for you to get. Hey, that's what it is. Well, my name is Warp103. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Warp out, have fun. Go catch your guys on the next.